You know what I would do to O-lineman? Because I know that you know the path of the back, but you also don't never know what the back is doing.
Yeah, but if he don't follow me, that's on him.
Right. Ooh, I love it. Because you know what I would do? Man. I would be going, like I'm going on the path of the back, and then I would, for no reason, just stop my feet.
Oh, that's on you.
To make the lineman think, oh, he must be coming back. Stop your feet to go again. The reason running back stopped, LaDainian Thomas used to stop, because he could stop and start faster than any linebacker he ever played. I can start and stop faster than any lineman that I played. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna just start again.
So you think you're gonna stop and start faster than?
And man, he gonna punch you right in your goddamn ear.
Have y'all played against each other?
I'm sure.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was like this. We was in Chicago together.
And what happened?
Man,
Did
there
you
was
do
a lot
the stop
going
and
on
start?
with the offense.
No.
I don't want to hear it.
I never got pancakes. I never got pancakes.
Come on now.
Leave me alone, man.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get appeals. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know. Despite the skills, keep it riding for the fam. You gotta light the wheels straight up. But in the past bad, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. And my family needed bread, I had to come correct. That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.
I am athlete parlay. We've been hot. These are guaranteed wins.
I'm gonna take Arizona over San Fran.
Whoa.
It's all about matchups, understanding who's playing against who. It's a game of chess.
March Mania is here. DraftKings got a lot of cool things you can do this time of the year. New customers, download the app. You're giving away 40-to-1 odds. What does that mean? If you bet $5 on a team that wins, you get 200 back. 40-to-1. Also, there's same-day parlays. There's so many other bets you can get into the game with, make it rain. And my favorite one is DraftKings free $1 million March Mania Survivor Pool. The only deal is you just gotta make sure you jump in the game before tip-off on March 19th. Download the app, use promo code ATHLETE. Get in the game, get your bag, and make it rain. DraftKings.com is the sports book. I Am Athlete is the platform. Parlay, I Am Athlete, all day. Promo code ATHLETE, let's get it.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message, homie, ain't no flexing on me. My attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so. You not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so. They like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they busters only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check.
What's up, Trent? Welcome to the show. So what we like to do before each show is give our guests some merch. So right off the bat, we have these Ochoverse Science tees.
Okay, appreciate it.
Of course. To go with these lovely tees, we also got some bucket hats.
Okay.
I feel like it already goes with your vibe.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then last but not least, we've partnered with Knocking Point Wine to blend our own I Am Athlete wine. So we have a red blend and a rosé.
Okay.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Of course. So from your I Am Athlete family to you, welcome and thanks for being part of the show today.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank y'all again.
No
This
problem.
is dope.
And there's two ways we can start right now. Y'all wanna talk about the program or you wanna talk about football?
It ain't football season.
Crazy.
It ain't football season.
It ain't football season, but we can't start off without talking about the best left motherfucking tackle in the game.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's the best way to start it off.
Yeah.
The best?
You know? Yeah, and a little birdie told me, a little source told me, he wanted to transition to a contender. That's what the birdie told me.
Ooh,
So
it's messy out the gate.
huh? I ain't getting messy. I'm just telling facts and speaking truths.
All right.
Well, hey, listen, bro,
crazy.
you know we always like to keep it real. I mean, like, who's the birdie?
Huh?
Give us your source.
I ain't gonna give you my source because I'm not Adam Schefter. Listen, I'm just saying he wants to go to a contender. You know, and there's a team that I know that I've been associated with for years that could really use a left tackle.
So you saying
I'm saying he could
Big
be
bro.
blocking for Joe Mixon next year. That's what I'm saying.
How you feel about that?
I'm under contract, man.
You under who?
I'm under contract.
What's that?
There you go.
They
There
can
you
know
go.
what that
cut,
is.
they can cut us when they
There
want to.
you
The
go.
contract really don't mean
Yeah.
nothing.
Don't do it. Don't
If they
fall
cut
for
me,
it.
if they cut me, I'm available. But
I know
Don't fall
people.
for
They
it.
ain't cut. You was just rated not only the
I know
best
people.
tackle, but the best.
The best tackle.
He
The
was
best.
rated the best player.
Player,
in the
number
Players.
one.
Yeah.
Broke a record.
Statistics.
Yeah.
Pro Football Focus.
Right.
And they not even paying me to mention them. Huh? And we under the cap. Somebody do your homework. How much we under the cap over in Cincinnati, please?
I don't be paying nobody. You gotta call him, bro. He don't be paying nobody.
Who?
Y'all-
Oh no, we paid.
y'all pay?
We just spent $200 million in the offseason last year. Don't do that. It's the
Okay.
reason we made it. So we made it.
So how you feel? So I mean, that's an interesting conversation though.
interesting.
You 32, 33 now.
33,
You 33.
33.
What's the goals? Like, what you trying to like? How many more years you got left?
10.
I don't know. We play it by ear. I'm under contract for another 5 years, so that's my goal, is to fulfill my contractual duties. But you know, we'll see.
That sounds PC to me. That don't sound like the shit I know. That's PC.
Hey, you know, I'm blessed with the contract they offered me. Shoot, I want to fulfill it.
Probably right when I was 31, 32, I started thinking about life after football. I started thinking about, you know, what I wanted my football legacy to be. You know, and I was playing for the Jets at the time. That's when I made the move to the Giants. It's like, oh damn, Odell is the number one. I go be the number two. He gonna get double coverage. Now I got one-on-one with the number 2 cornerback, right? So I was thinking about that. They just came off a NFC championship, you know, and they had a top 5 defense. And so I was looking at like, man, this is an opportunity for us to go win. You know, as you enter into this, what is it, year 13?
13.
Ooh.
You enter, yeah. What's the priority for you?
The win. You know, obviously last year is the closest I ever been to the big game. I mean,
That
it's
was my first time winning a playoff game last year, right?
my first time winning one.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
I
0-2.
know that was a good feeling.
Yeah, that was an amazing feeling. But, you know, just piggybacking off of that, I think we got the team to repeat that same success.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's my only focus. You know, as a player, that I go into every season just, you know, thinking that I want to be better than last year. So, you know, as I start this off-season process, I'm going to be studying, you know, 2021 Trent, and I'm going to find a way to make 2022 Trent even better.
Bet.
Trent, let me ask you something. You've been in 9 Pro Bowls at this point right now. That's a lie. 9. 9, right?
9.
At this point, when you go in there, the team is really all about you now. Like, you're the older guy in the locker room.
Yeah.
So, like, what is your message to these younger guys that don't understand, like, it's hard to win a playoff game?
Yeah.
This is your first time winning one, so, like, they think it's going to come every year. Like, what is your message to these guys when you
Yeah, you know,
win?
that's a good point. Coach, before we played Dallas, you know, Coach had a few guys, including myself, you know, stand up and talk, because we have a younger team. And, you know, even if they was on the roster in 2019, they used to a Super Bowl run. And, you know, obviously last year we had injuries. So, you know, that's a cop-out that everybody can go with. You know, but the point was to let them know how hard it is to actually get in that position and how hard it is to actually execute and win a playoff game, not only just get there, but to win one. And then not to take it for granted. You know, I think it was about, I want to say 6 years since I last been in one. And, you know, when you go to them, we all know, we feel like, yeah, we'd be right back next year. And we know that's not the case. It's a little harder than that. So, you know, that was pretty much the message that they wanted me to preach.
So back to Ocho's
Right.
statement.
This is what we're not doing. We need to lay out the foundation. Let's lay out the blueprint.
Yeah, right.
And understand.
Don't fall for it.
No, listen to me now. Garoppolo,
Right.
the future on what he's going to do is up. It's up in arm. We don't know what's going to happen. I'm not sure if his contract fulfilled. I'm not sure if he's coming back. I'm not sure if they're happy with him. Trey
T.O.,
Lance is sitting
say
there.
that's my quarterback.
Nope, don't do that.
Look,
Listen,
I'm a patrol. Don't fall for it.
Let me finish.
Right.
Let me finish laying the foundation, right? So the goal is to always repeat what you did from the previous season.
Right.
So Garoppolo might not be there.
Right.
Trey Lance has a small sample size
Yep.
of what he can do or what he can
Got a couple
accomplish.
plays.
But out east, That's his team, right? Consider the
Don't
Midwest,
say
right?
East.
Consider the Midwest.
Don't say
They
Cincinnati.
they got a young gun. I'm not saying Cincinnati. They got a young gun, right?
Right.
And we have a missing piece of this puzzle that could have got us over the hump. Because that 4th and 1 against the Rams, there was one piece, right? That if we had big fella sitting to my right,
Yeah.
we hosting that Lombardi. I'm just saying, I'm not trying to say, I know you're under contract. This ain't tampering, because I know people.
I feel you.
Okay, I know people.
I think it's tampering.
Borderline.
Is there borderline?
Oh, we got plenty cap space. How
Oh, they
much
gonna
is it?
make it. No, they gonna make it.
43 minutes? Oh,
We'll give you all up.
where my camera at? The Bengals right now have $43 million in cap space. We can make it happen. The powers that be, you're gonna see them because all the GMs, all the higher ups, you guys watch I Am Athlete. We can make it happen.
Make it happen.
We can make it happen.
And that's number one. That's number one priority. They gotta protect Burrow.
Hold on, he already highest paid.
Huh?
He already highest paid.
We can add a few incentives.
Joe is not paid yet.
Look, now don't fall. Don't fall.
Seriously, you know this, bro. You know, Trent, you know this. Your quarterback, get a young quarterback. If he ain't at the table, that's more money for everybody else. So there's an opportunity, bro.
Yeah.
I like what you're
So
saying.
Joe ain't going to the table for another 2 years, so that's plenty room to do what we need to do and making you happy. And it's a great place. It's a place that's winning. It's a place where the culture has changed.
Yeah.
I'm not sure who I need to talk to, but I think he's right in front of me.
Yeah, Vince.
Because I know people.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I'm just here so I don't get fined. Come on. Don't fall for it.
Bro, appreciate you coming out.
Oh yeah, no problem, brother.
Dog, I watched the documentary for the first. I'm gonna be real. I gotta be honest. I watched the documentary for the first time last night. I cried.
What? Yeah.
Straight up. I'm about to cry right now. Just think about it, bro. Like, no, straight up. Like, you watched the documentary?
Yeah. And
Bro,
it should have been more insight on what was going on. Like, I didn't know
yes,
about it.
yeah, no, I ain't know about it.
I didn't know about that. I just know about you, the hell of a fucking left tackle, week in and week out. I didn't know the backstory to what you had to go through, and you still to be able to overcome that and steal that boy.
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. I think that was a big part of the process, man. I honestly just wanted to handle it. I wanted to you know, I didn't want the big outpour, you know, and people. I didn't, you know, not, you know, I appreciate my supporting cast for sure, but I just felt like that was one of them things I was so taken back by it at the beginning. I just needed to compose myself and kind of compartmentalize what life would look like,
Right.
you know, and so I didn't tell a lot of people. I didn't let a lot of people in on that news on purpose.
So, an hour and 30-minute film, okay? Silverback, okay? You can find it on all platforms. Definitely go to YouTube. You can find it. Can you take us through those 5 years, bro? Like, you know, because a lot of people haven't seen the doc or don't even know this story, right? Because it's independent. You know, you produce it yourself. You and your agent, Vincent. And so, 2014, you Googling, you know, do I have a brain tumor? What is a brain tumor? Walk us through, like, 2014, bro, into 2019.
Yeah, I was sitting in the meeting, you know, just bored. I'm playing them like my hair, and I just feel like a little bump. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking it's a hair bump, and it's just right by my hairline. So, you know, like a day or two go by, I keep messing with it. I'm waiting on it to come to a head, pull the hair, you know, that whole deal. And it didn't. And then, like, I guess I got a headache associated with it, but I guess I probably was just, you know, stressing, just playing with, like, messing with it all day. So I ain't really panicked. And then, you know, the headache came the next day. So I went on Google, and that's when I looked. I'm like, you know, I just typed in lump on the scalp or on the skull, and then a bunch of stuff about cancer came up. So immediately I called the trainer. I booked an appointment with the doctor the next day. And I walk in, and my first words is, "Hey, doc, I think I got a tumor on my," you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, check it out. And so he kind of chuckled. You know, he played with it. He touched it a little bit, you know, messed with it. He was like, "No, I think it's a cyst." So, you know, initially I'm relieved, because I'm like, all right, now I can stop thinking this more than what it is. So, so I say, you know, all right, so what do we do from here? And at that time, it was during the season. So he was like, well, since it's so close by your hairline, we gonna need a plastic surgeon. We can't just go in there and extract it. So if we did that, you would miss at least a week and a half of football, you know, because it's about 12 to 14 days. So obviously I wasn't trying to miss a game, especially for that. So I'm like, all right, cool, we worry about it in the off season. I forgot all about it. I come back the next time, and it's kind of growing a little bit. So I'm like, you know, it's in camp. I'm like, Doc, what's up? You know what I'm saying? It's growing. When can we go ahead and get this stuff removed? You know, obviously you didn't want to miss no camp, so they pushed it off again a whole nother year. I come back, and at this point, Coach had gave me a little time to rest because I had a knee issue. This was in 17. You know, I asked him, hey, he says, I'm gonna be off for a couple weeks. Let me go ahead and get this taken care of. You know, I ain't gonna have to put a helmet on. And you know, they was just like, well, we ain't really got nobody available at this time. You know, it ain't really that important. It ain't hurting you. I'm like, nah, it really wasn't hurting. Fast forward to 2018, I had knee surgery, you know, and I asked him, hey, while I'm under, just walk somebody in and go and do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we can kill two birds with one stone. They like, nah, I don't think that's that important. We got to bring another crew, X, Y, and Z. So, you know, I'm not trying to rock the boat. So I just say, okay. And then I had another procedure on my thumb. I asked the same thing. They denied it. Then I had to go in and do like a small procedure on my knee again. Asked the same thing. I got the same answer. So 2019 come by after the season over with. It's grown, you know. It's grown, you know, at a good rate. Not like huge. It wouldn't be nothing that you would just notice off of the bat. But I mean, it's me fiddling around with it for 4 years, I could tell, you know. So, and I also had a couple more start to form. So I'm playing with it. I'm like, damn, it feel connected. You know what I'm saying? But he telling me, no, it's just cyst, whatever. So after the 2019 year, I'm like, I want to get this cut off my shit. I had to kind of wear my hair kind of bushy because I had the bump right there, and it was hard to cut over it. So I lock him in the training room. I'm like, look, y'all make the appointment right now.
Hold on, you locked them in the training room?
Yeah, like during exit physical, I grabbed a doc and the trainer. I said, y'all come here. We went in the training room. I closed the door. I said, let's make the appointment right now. I ain't got nothing to do for another 2 weeks, and then I'm leaving, and I want to get it done before I leave. You know, because I think at that time, I think we had tied like the franchise record in consecutive Pro Bowls. So I wanted to go.
7.
Yeah, I wanted to go celebrate. And, you know, so I was saying I want to do this, and then I'm going to go to
The Pro Bowl.
I went to DR and then the Pro Bowl.
Oh, okay.
Watch the doc and you know this shit, Pat. Watch the doc.
So I went. It's all good.
It's like I found out in the DR. I just watched it last night.
Yeah. I didn't know. Now I know.
Ain't nobody know.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah, so they make me the appointment. A week later, I go in, and the doc, he kind of like, man, I don't think there's no cyst. I'm like, look, man, I've been going back and forth with these people for 5 years. They say it's a cyst. Just cut them out, man. I'm ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he called the team doc, and the team doc told him the exact same thing. Like, we've been monitoring 5 years. I think it's a cyst. And he like, man, all right, bro. I'll go ahead and do it. He's like, I won't cut every one of them out, but I'll cut the main one out. You know what I'm saying? And it was one right here, and it kind of was getting irritated when I put my helmet on and off. So he's like, I'll remove that one. I'm like, cool. He do that. About 4 or 5 days later, we just got to DR. Then I get the voicemail, and then that's when, you know, I couldn't understand the voicemail because he was kind of an Indian guy with a heavy accent, and so he was speaking real fast, real frantically, and I just kind of hung up. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about, you know what I'm saying? So I just hung up, but it kind of stayed in the back of my mind. Then the team doc called like 30 minutes later, and he like, hey, turns out there wasn't a cyst, you know. They said it's a tumor, but it could be this condition to where people kind of like create tumors that benign or whatever. And they was like, so we think that's what it is, don't worry. And so they were like, we're gonna make you a doctor's appointment. Made me a doctor's appointment. I'm at the Pro Bowl now, it's the following week, and my mom's a nurse, you know, so I didn't really want to tell her because I know how she worries a lot. And so, but I couldn't.
Because your sister said in the doc that you're a mama's boy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Nah, I love my mama, man. So I couldn't, you know, it was something I couldn't really keep from her. So I told her, and then she was like, so what doctor are you going to see? And I'm like, I don't know. He just told me to be at this place, see this man at 3 o'clock on Wednesday. She like, well, go Google it, boy. You know what I'm saying? That'll tell you everything. So I go in my room, get my phone, I Google it, come back, it's an oncologist, a cancer doctor. So I'm like, you know, at that point, it started to kind of realize, like, you know, this probably a lot more serious than they leave me on. Doc probably didn't want to just put it on me because I was, you know what I'm saying? He wanted to probably tell me face to face.
Right.
So, but yeah, once I Googled that, I didn't even tell my mom. I just closed the door, and it was probably like 3 o'clock in the evening. I just sat in there, kind of just cried myself to sleep, on and off. I ain't come out till like noon the next day. You know, I come out, and man, my mom, obviously I tell her, so she like, I'm not leaving. We're gonna go to the appointment together. We go in. It's like 5 white coats in there, you know, and the team doc and me and my mom. They come in and they like, well, I guess you probably already know why we're here. And I'm like, I don't know nothing. At this point, I don't know nothing. They just told me to be here. But they was like, oh, well, you got DFSP. It's a very rare form of cancer that lies in the skin, you know, soft tissue and the bone, and you know, if left there, it could be harmful. But obviously, we got it in enough time. You know, when did you notice the bump? And when I was like, enough time, and I kind of looked at the team doc, and I was like,
ooh, you
and I was like, man, it's been here for like 5 years. And it was like everybody just kind of dropped the clipboard and they just looked at me and then I kind of looked at him like, how in the hell we just hearing about this? So they just leave the room, send me to another doctor. Like, we gotta send you to a doctor who can handle this.
Specialist.
A specialist. I get to this doctor and he like, man, I gotta put a board of doctors together. I need to get like 4 or 5 doctors to do this. Like, we gotta have a whole board of doctors to do this procedure. So now I went from, you know, thinking that it was gonna be something cool, something that we can get out the way. So now I'm like, damn, they keep telling me I'm straight, but it just sounds a lot bigger than what they leave me on, you know, to believe. And, you know, we go by, they plan the surgery for Thursday. They called me on Tuesday, like, hey, I think we gotta get an MRI too, so that we can map out our surgery plan. And I'm like, damn, it's 2 days before the surgery, why we ain't already do that? Anyway, so I went and got the MRI. They called me on Wednesday, and it's like 3 o'clock, and I'm in Northern Virginia. I'm in like where the facility's at. Right. You know, they're on like the border of the DC, Virginia little line, so it's like a 30, 45 minute drive. And they called me at 3:30, like, hey, we need you to come in. And I'm like, damn, Doc, I won't be there until like 6, you know? And he was like, well, I don't care what time you get here, we gonna be here. You know, we close here in a minute, but we gonna wait for you. So as soon as he said that, I knew something was wrong. I'm like, ah. And this was the first appointment I went to without my mom, because my mom had my kids, and I didn't want my kids old enough to read, so I didn't want to take them with me or like even have them around there, because they would see the cancer on the side of the buildings and all that. And I just didn't want that on their heart or their mind going back and forth to school. So I just, you know, I couldn't bring my mom, I just hit it. I went by myself. I walk in, office dark. You know, it's only like a couple hallway lights on. They walk me right back there, sit me in the room. The main doc haven't came in yet, but the nurse, you know, she already got tears in her eyes. So I'm like, it's over with, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm thinking my career over. I'm like, you know, this ain't good. You know, I felt like I had a lot more to prove. Like, you know, I ain't ready to walk away right now. So the main doc come in, and he was holding it together at first, but then we started talking, you know, I start tearing up, lips, yeah. So the lips is shaking and shit. So, you know, he kind of beating around the bush like, man, it ain't never easy. This is the hardest part about being a doctor. You know, this ain't never easy. You know, blah, blah, blah. So I just cut him off like, Doc, what is it? Like, I can't play ball no more. Just put it on me, man. I've been going crazy the last couple hours. He was like, man, you know, football, I think, least of your worries right now. Wow. So when he said that, I just kind of sat back. And I couldn't even look at him. I was just looking off in the corner of the room. But I can just hear him, you know. And then at this point, they crying. And he was just like, yeah, man, you know, football at least your worries, man. You need to, you know, you got kids, right? I'm like, yeah, I got, 2 daughters. You know, you just need to get close to them, you know, get close to the people who are important. You know, he's like, you just need to get your affairs in order. And I'm like, shit. You know, once he said that, I was shocked, like, speechless, like.
It hit you right then when he said, because you mentioned that a couple times in the doc, where you was like, man, that when I heard those words, get your affairs in order, that shit got real for you.
Super real.
It got super real. It got super real. When I heard that, I was a little mad at that point, because I'm like, damn, if this shit didn't sit here for 5 years, we wouldn't even be this far. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could have got this out the way, and I could have been able to live a normal life. I experienced a little anger at that point, but you know, I'm human, and I understand. You know, I understand that it's a very rare cancer. Like, it's like 5% chance that you even come across this type of cancer. They don't see it every day. So, you know, I couldn't just hold a grudge for somebody making a human mistake, because I just understand human nature. So, I didn't want to hold a grudge versus the doctor, because obviously I've been there 10 years almost. And you grow a relationship with the people you see every day, you know? So
Facts.
my initial, I didn't want to just lash out at them, you know what I'm saying? Because at that point, I felt like we was dealing with it together, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't want to make it about like, damn, you f***ed me up, like, because I knew that he knew he messed up, and that if he could change it, he would have changed it. But it was some, 9 out of 10 doctors would have did the exact same thing he did. So I didn't want to hold that grudge, but. That's
wild to me, because in that moment, bro, you thinking about how he feel, but them doctors told you.
It's just a cyst. Go ahead and.
Yeah, but in that moment, the doc said, bro, they said, yo, you lucky if you lived at 45. Like, real. That's why I'm like,
that's crazy.
But that's why I'm saying, like, what you.
When I'm thinking about it,
No,
I'm
they told me that at the radiologist.
Yeah.
This was before.
Before
when
that
I went to the radiologist, they like, man, why you here? I'm like, yeah, they sent me here. And they like, well, you got a tumor right here. If we try to shrink it using chemotherapy or the radiology, yeah, you gonna have cancer in 10 to 12 years. 12 to 15 years. So they said, like, you won't live past that because you'll develop brain cancer. So I'm like, why the hell y'all bring me here? They're like, I don't know. Your team set up the appointment. This is what we had.
The chemo will give you
the radiation.
The radiation from the chemo.
Explain that. Explain that. Cause like you gotta, bro. A lot of people. Go ahead. You gotta go deep.
Yeah. So you couldn't do radiation.
Going through this,
No.
All right.
I couldn't shrink it via radiation because with my age, they said that I would 100% develop brain cancer from the spot that they was doing it at. So they usually don't want to do that unless it's somebody, on the back end of life where the extra 10, 15 years don't really matter.
Right.
But for me, I would have been 42, 45. And so.
So what they end up doing?
So that's when so that was a couple weeks before this appointment that I'm speaking of.
Mm-hmm.
So once he told me, mind you, they told me this is the best doctor on the East Coast.
And they're gonna bring you in there after hours.
Yeah.
With just them and
Nobody there.
Your mom not there.
Just me.
I always felt like we had the best doctors, and we do these crazy physicals every year.
Right.
How does the
NFL miss this?
How
$1 billion? Hold on. Tell me, chat. I'm trying to figure it out.
Did you say $1 billion?
Hold on.
16
if
billion.
If your knee break, I bet they can put it back together.
Yeah. Don't nothing get by them.
Come on, man. If you piss dirty, they gonna tell you everything in your piss.
Right.
Man, how in the hell we got all these doctors that can't find out something wrong with something else?
Right. But before you finish the story, like I feel like you got to take ownership, and you like what you said, how you pulled the doctor in and you pulled the trainer in, the head trainer in, and you're like, we're gonna make this appointment right now. You have to do that when it comes to your health. You have to do that.
When I'm thinking about it, it all comes down to that goddamn team doctor. It all comes down to the team doctor and knowing you the bell cow, you the horse at the time in DC. We got to make sure that horse is available.
Right.
Every time. That's the only thing I can think about.
Yeah.
If you got something bothering you on your head, there ain't no reason as a doctor, as a professional, it's just a cyst, don't even worry about it. Just to make sure for ownership that you out there on Sundays.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I think of. That's the first thing I think of.
No, I feel you. I feel
shocked the
you.
hell out of me.
I mean, I didn't want nothing to be wrong with me anyway, so I wasn't looking for it. When they told me I was cool, that was all I needed to hear.
So you was shying away from it anyway.
I mean, shit, I ain't looking to go, you know what I'm saying? I ain't looking for an issue. If I go see the team doctor who is a doctor of $1 billion organization, then I'm thinking that he is probably as good as it get, right?
Yeah.
And got my best interest at
I
heart.
would think the same.
But honestly,
Same
the
thing.
team doctor has the team's best interest at hand.
Exactly.
And that's making sure you're available on Sunday.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But can we talk about that? But can we talk about
to a
that?
certain extent? I understand that when it comes to body parts, limbs, and all that. But when you have a main issue,
And that's not an issue that arises all the time, too, Pac.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, it'd be different if his ankle was sore.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can look past that. But if he have something on his head that may be some or may not be some, you got to go by all precaution. You do it with everything else. If somebody having an irregular heartbeat, what you gonna do? You gonna send them over to the hospital, like, bro, go get checked out, or you can't play.
I had appointments with dermatologists they picked out, you know, and they didn't really have an answer either. So, you know, I mean, it ain't like we just kept. They sent me to doctors. You know, I'm not trying to take up for. I'm just telling them how it actually went.
But I go back to 2014 when you Googled that, because to me, I feel like that's the only way. You got to understand is women out there dealing with when they're going through labor, you know, especially our black women dealing with placenta abruptions and how they get treated when they go to the hospitals, when we go to the hospitals. And it ain't even a black and white thing. I'm just talking about period. You have to take ownership in it. You have to do your own research. You can't depend on and rely on these medical experts, these doctors, to get it right. So like, you did it the right way. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the same way with my wife sitting in the hospital, bro. My third child, we sitting there and she bleeding out, and they talking about go and piss. I'm like, how's she gonna go piss when she keep bleeding blood? Like, you ain't gonna get that. Like, what are you talking about? And I had to go ham in there, and I'm like, no, right now we gotta go. The doctor ain't picking up, et cetera, et cetera. So I say all that because I'm really trying to educate right now, you know, off of your story, and say, like, you gotta take ownership the same way you took ownership in that.
Even when you're scared.
Yeah.
Even when you're scared, bro.
I got a question. You mentioned, you know, throughout the years, you kept feeling, you kept touching it. You kept going to the doctors, you kept listening. And I think we all kind of know and feel our body playing sports. There's been times where we know, but we don't want to know. Was there ever a point in time where, especially when you heard about the terminal aspect of it, did you think to yourself, like, damn, I should have kept pushing and kept going, because I'm touching, I'm playing. Yeah, I trust these people, I believe in them, but it's my body and I know. Was there a point that you wish that you did really, really rock the boat?
Yeah, of course, hindsight 20/20. But, you know, I wasn't in pain, I wasn't suffering. Like, I didn't even, you know, it was just aesthetically I wanted it going. It wasn't like I was hurting. I didn't get migraines or anything behind it, which is, you know, part of the reason what make this cancer hard to deal with, because of the side effects are so, you know, benign that you don't really have any. Sarcoma, yeah. So the one that I had is not like a tumor, like, you know, a mass. It has tentacles, so it's like roots. So the longer it's there, the further the roots start to go, and then it attaches on to muscle or bone. And mine was attached on to my bone, and the doctor, when he read the MRI, it looked like the cancer had already metastasized through my skull and reached my brain, and that's why he told me to get my affairs in order.
But then the one doc in the film, he came in and he was like, yo, this is the first time I seen light at the end of the tunnel, because he was like, no, we can handle this, because you were lucky that it didn't get into your skull or into your brain.
Yeah, it was on top of my skull, but it hadn't metastasized through, and then they didn't know. That could have been an hour, it could have been a day, it could have been a month. Like, at that time, nobody knows how long.
So let me push the conversation forward. Like, how do we, you know, and it's the reality, right? Like, I'm not trying to bash the NFL, you know, and I said this on a Brian Flores interview right? Like the NFL saved my life. It saved a lot of our lives, right? Like,
Definitely changed.
Bro, like when I got drafted, my mom was living in Tucker, Georgia, bro, and she was on an air mattress.
My mom was on Simpson Road.
Yeah,
on the air mattress.
So thank you, NFL.
Yeah, thank
you. Feel me? Thank you. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of conversation that we gotta have. So like when we talk about medical, there's this inherent conflict between player and organization. Like you said earlier, it's like, do they care about me or do they care about me getting on the field? And so like what are some of the things that we can do differently to bridge the gap between the medical staffs, the players, and making sure like, yo, when we sit down, you really care about me, the person, not just the player?
Well, first off, it got to start with accountability. So there's when we signed the CBA, you waive your right to sue for malpractice. So a doc can tell you things that are beneficial of the team and could be not beneficial to your health because he's protected. He can't, not like a regular citizen can go say, Doc, you gave me false information. I'm going to take you to court, sue you for malpractice. Right. We can't do that because under the CBA, we waive those rights. Right. Yeah. So until they have to be accountable for false, representing or false informing us about an injury, I don't really think it'll change, and I honestly don't think it's a lot you can do about it. At that point, you either choose to stay in upstanding views of your organization and say, I'll go out there and play through this like they asked me to do, or you say, I'm gonna get a second opinion, y'all just gotta wait, and then we know how that go. And when they, that's a strike against you, and that's conversations that had in rooms that we're not a part of behind closed doors where that will be put against you. When you go into the table, when they're looking to have to pay you this $10 million roster bonus or cut you, by a certain date. Like that all matters at that point.
Right. Can I shift like gears real quick? Yeah. Where you from the east side of Texas? Yeah. How are you so smart? Like, smart as hell. He got pretty teeth. Like,
hey, I was it. This nigga handsome. I was the whole time.
He 320 pounds.
I played with Gerard Warren. That's my type of D-line. Hey, give me a hug. Handsome.
Smell good too.
Flat
what
chest
you
and belly.
What's the cologne you wearing?
I don't know. My brother got it for me, man.
Real talk. This ain't what linemen look like when I played.
Listen, this is what the best look like.
Wait. Tom Nalen. You heard of Tom Nalen? Tom Nalen was the center for the Denver Broncos when they had that crazy stretch offense, cut everybody in the club.
Oh yeah.
Game day, he used to come with his suit in a bag this big. and he had the dad Tiva joints.
Yeah,
This is a whole different. This boy.
Man. We train.
You feel like you feel
Tell
like
him, man. That's back in the 90s, man.
Yeah, that's back in the 90s. We train.
No baggy pants. Tell him, man. You gotta be in shape to wear this stuff.
Ain't no big uglies around here, man. That's part of the younger generation. They get it too. They see, and then just transcend the position, man. You ain't got to be big country white dude to play offensive line. What we do is an art form. That ain't no get in there and get your nose dirty.
I be in the trenches too with him. I know. Hey, listen to me. You drop step, I drop off.
And I ain't never been dunked on. Look, this guy, I be in the trenches too.
Yeah.
But that art lasts longer than
boy, stay outside.
I went on YouTube, I looked up a film on you, and I saw you breaking down some of the run plays. And I was watching you explain it, and you had Matt. Somehow the center is getting to a guy 3-4 gaps away, and I understand everybody to be fast and athletic. But I watched you.
Yeah.
So when you out there on the edge in space and you attacking, whether it's a DB or a linebacker, what is your thought process?
Well, first you got to understand the path that the back is taking, right? So when we have a toss crack, I know that the corner has the receiver man, right, in the bunch. Soon as that receiver step down one step, that corner is going to react. Yep. It's going to take him about maybe a half a second to understand, they doing a pull and trap, a sweep. So what I try to do is in my first 5 yards, I'm trying to outflank him.
Gotcha.
you know, get him on my inside shoulder.
To put the pressure on him.
Exactly.
Get him to turn his shoulders.
So now I can run at an angle, full speed, and it's up to him. You either get on the train tracks or you make a business decision and we're around the corner.
I got a question for
It's
you.
even worse now because they can't
You
cut
better
no
make
more.
the
They
big
can't
Look,
cut.
I got a
to.
question for you. You know what I would do to O-lineman? Because I know that you know the path of the back. But you also don't never know what the back is doing.
Yeah, but if he don't follow me, that's on him.
Ooh, I love it. Because you know what I would
Money,
do?
man.
I would
Trent
be
started
going like I'm
twitching when
going
he
on the
said
path of
that.
the back, and then I would, for no reason, just stop my feet
Oh, that's on you.
to make the lineman think, oh, he must be coming back. Stop your feet to go again.
Yeah, if you stop your feet,
That's next
I'm
level.
gonna stiff arm you. What we call it.
Wait, O-lineman stiff arm?
You
I
ain't
can
seen
pull
his
it up.
feet?
Yeah.
This shit
He's the
crazy.
hoop. He's the hoop.
I'm glad
I'm
I'm out the
pulling, so-
league. I'm glad I'm out the
I'm
league.
just trying to get a hand in your chest to make sure that I make you stop your feet, right? I'm gonna stay on my angle. I put a hand in your chest. Now the free safety is the one for the back. Now
Bro,
I can go
I
get
get
two.
stiff armed by O-line. I'm done.
I can show
it
you
no more.
I can pull
What
it
you mean
up.
gonna get two?
He took himself out the play. I'm gonna go get the free. He the only one blocked.
You missed it.
Most
dog.
of the time,
He
the
gave a
free is
Harvard
meeting
diagram
the
theory.
free meeting the backer.
Got two options.
Why in the hell would you stop?
Who?
You.
On that
You wonder why we ain't winning the
Yeah,
Super
what he
Bowl?
gonna do? He gonna hit you on the
You
side
wonder
of
why
your
we ain't winning the
goddamn
Super Bowl in
ear.
Chicago? Why we ain't winning the Super
No,
Bowl
no,
in
no.
Chicago?
Hold on.
What you gonna do?
Or Denver?
Dude, chill out. Because here's why. When the running back has the ball and they making moves and they stop their feet,
It's the track of him though.
it don't matter. He don't know what's going on behind him.
It's the track of him. They gotta follow him.
I can show you 100 plays that I've done in my career
I
where I've
believe
done
that.
this. It's a mind game, right? He going on the track, but he don't know what's happening on the play. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slowly hezzy.
But anytime you go up on the, all they gonna
I'm not
do is
going
push
under.
you on
Listen,
down.
I'm
watch
running.
yourself out the play,
No,
though.
I'm
Yeah.
not, bro. I do this. I do this. Look, like, we're talking football. I do this. Here's what I'm saying. So here's what I'm saying. All right, perfect example. Let's say it's just a regular run inside, or whatever, right? I know coach want to teach facing hands, control the motherfucker. I can't do that with you.
Right.
So if I know I gotta be here, I'm gonna show here to get you to think that you got me going here. And you're gonna start to push that way, and then I'm gonna get off that way. So my mindset is when you on that track, we both going on that track, I'm gonna just, for no reason, stop. You will stop your feet.
I'm not stopping.
Well, okay.
When I pull,
Okay,
when I
the
pull,
second
he's
highest
the best
paid player in the league.
And the best player in the
Well,
NFL.
he will stop
Why
his
would you
feet.
not follow right behind him?
yeah, 'cause that's on the back. You know, we
No,
all
and
got a
I'm not
job to
talking
do.
about. I'm talking about beating him. I'm gonna still go there. The reason running back stopped, LaDainian Thomas used to stop, because he could stop and start faster than any linebacker he ever played. I can start and stop faster than any lineman that I played. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna stop and I'm gonna just start again.
So you think you gonna stop and start faster than?
And man, he gonna punch you right in your goddamn ear,
Have y'all
man.
played against each other?
I'm sure.
Yeah, we
I
did.
guess.
And I ain't gonna lie, it was like this. We was in Chicago together.
And what happened?
Man,
Did
it
you
was a
do the
lot
stop
going
and
on
start?
with the offense.
No.
I don't want to hear
I
it.
never got
Come on.
pancakes. I never got pancakes.
Come on now.
Leave me alone, man.
How many times you got him?
I don't remember.
Hey, he said, I said, y'all playing against each other? He said,
Drug this without yelling, man.
How
many times we
I'm
get you,
done.
man?
Yeah, listen. You get what I'm trying to say.
In all reality, I know that there's two factors that can f the play up.
Yeah.
It's the end getting penetration on the receiver. So when I pull, I'm skimming that receiver just in case he need help.
Right.
Because I know, all right, or if I go and I see the receiver was late to get down, he could have been late off the snap, or the end could have been Von Miller and just got a good jump. The play might cut back, but then again, that's really not on me. I can't control what they doing
gotta
behind
be an
me.
athlete, and
He got to be an athlete. If you stop, you out to play.
that's what makes it so
Matter of
different.
fact,
And it's hard
think
because
about who we got coming out the backfield too.
Right. DeMarco Murray, Adrian Peterson, Chris
Oh, yeah.
Ivory.
All the
None of
guys
y'all
he
know
done
who
blocked
Chris
for.
Ivory. You don't know. None of y'all know who Chris Ivory is.
And you missed one
Rank who?
for next year.
Oh man,
Don't
Mixon.
listen.
Okay, and we're gonna throw Mix in there. We're gonna throw Mix in there.
okay.
All right. Out of all the backs that you blocked for, and you put Joe Mixon in there, okay, rank them.
Frank Gore number one.
I never blocked Frank Gore, no.
Damn.
AP number 1, 2, and 3.
It gotta be AP.
So you said AP 1, 2, and 3?
Yeah.
He was a grown man in college, bro. He done ran you over 5 AP.
He ain't gonna run me
Bro.
over. He ran you over. You
Nah,
got ran over.
I'm making a business decision. That's a business decision.
Go low.
Yeah, I'm gonna go low, but hey, if I miss, I miss. They don't pay me to talk to him up high. So what happened, you know what I mean? But boy, when AP was young, AP,
He was that.
Listen,
Yeah.
that Minnesota. What
Like,
you
come
mean?
on.
That Minnesota AP?
I'm talking about.
AP at first ballot Hall of Famer.
I don't see how he couldn't.
Eyes
I don't
closed.
see why not.
Devin Hester wasn't at first ballot Hall of Famer.
Devin Hester ain't AP.
I thought Hester should have been the first ballot. I do
you
think.
the best.
Why you looking at me like that, bro?
Hey, you know why I'm
you,
looking at you
don't-
like- You know why you.
I'm here to say it. I thought he should have been the first ballot.
Yeah, I respect it.
Listen, hold on. If
I
you're the
respect
best, if there's a Hall of Fame in job, league, whatever the fuck it is, and you bringing people in, if you're the best at what you do, how do you not automatically make the Hall of Fame?
That means
You mean,
everybody made
first
it.
first ballot?
You know how hard it is?
Who are you talking about? Devin
The
Hester?
best.
Are you talking about Hester?
I only talk about Hurricanes, the best.
Well, yeah, he should have been first ballot.
He should have been
Yeah, I
first.
The
agree
ballot.
with
problem, the challenge right here, I mean, there's so many challenges, but one of the challenges
They
is
changed the rules, bro.
it's backed up, right? Like, you got so many dudes that's been in the holding pattern and
Bro, they
waiting.
let fucking equipment managers in.
But number wise, ain't nobody in the front.
No, but it was I ain't gonna go there because
All right, back to the topic real
Yeah.
quick. Top 5. You got AP, you said top 3.
Yeah,
Why
AP. Obviously, I feel
Why
like
you
he
say
the,
top 3?
I feel like he the best back ever touched the football, in my opinion. That's just me. From the football I've seen with my own 2 eyes,
Yeah.
I don't see nobody better than 2'8".
That's hard to argue with.
See it in the
Is
college.
that
in
bias,
the
though?
college
Is
best,
that bias, though? Is that
I mean,
bias?
it could be, or we can argue numbers, but I mean, you seen what he did in every facet of his career. Like, you look at high school, college, NFL, nothing changed.
Right.
Nothing changed. He continued that same dominance.
Who's after AP?
started.
Yeah.
After AP, you know, obviously Chris, that's my brother. So
I
obviously,
played with Chris.
You know, Chris a real deal
Oh, that's the one
with the
who ran
dread.
hard, right?
Oh, my
He
goodness.
ran like, what's number 24 from the Cowboys? A while back.
Marion Barber.
Marion Barber.
Chris Ogden like
He
that,
ran
right?
harder than him.
And he ran fast.
He ran.
And you were 2 5 pads.
ran
He was
harder
the
than
type
him.
of
miles an hour with that rock.
Barber?
Yes, bro. Barber was nice. I ain't taking
Ivy
nothing away from
was
Barber.
the Jets.
He was with
Yeah.
the
Barber
Jets.
was nice.
Oh my goodness! I used to look at him
He
like,
what,
bro, like
33?
you ain't gonna make it another year if you keep running like that. It's
Yeah.
like he ain't.
Yeah.
He,
Yeah,
Heck no.
and Chris left.
Yeah.
Chris left on his own terms. He came in undrafted, free agent, made the team with the Saints in a crowded backfield. That was when they was, you know, hot going to the Super Bowl or NFC
Bush.
Championship. Yeah, Reggie Bush, the whole 9. And I mean, he had a 10-year career, made a couple Pro Bowls. I mean, you talk about starting from the bottom. I mean, like when he got there, he probably was the last man on the roster. So, I mean, you can't. That says so much about his character and, you know, how he continued to persevere, you know. And, you know, I like Raheem Mostert, man. I know a lot of people may not think that, but to me, he the new age Chris Johnson. And, like, blocking for him was...
Talk that talk.
He got heat like
great.
that.
He is.
Look him up.
When he got heat like that.
Yeah, he nice.
Look him up.
I like that.
Ain't nobody in NFL had a faster ball carrier miles per hour than Raheem in the last 2 years.
No, as a running back.
Who we got?
As a
fast
running
back?
back.
No, not even as
like
a running
Cheetos.
back. Nah, as a player.
He ran faster than Chief.
As a player, bro. Look it up. Well, over 23 miles an hour with the
That's
ball
flying.
in his hand.
Right.
I mean, I know Cheetah probably don't have to get up because a lot of people don't even chase once he in front.
He
You know
already
what
got
I'm
the peace
saying?
sign. He got the peace sign.
Yeah, he got
like
the
20
peace
miles an
sign up,
hour.
so he probably could peek out
right.
around there. But as far as Raheem getting the ball with all 11 defenders in front of him and
You got to
outrunning
navigate
everybody,
maneuver is different.
yeah, you know what I'm saying. So he always up there with me.
And I keep going back to the film. It was freaking legendary. Great job.
Appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, self-produced.
Cincinnati.
Don't fall for
All
it.
right, so I go back to the film. AP, Adrian Peterson, all day. He invites you one offseason, the first offseason in the league. He's like, yo, come work out with me in Houston.
Yeah.
And you was like, yo, I ain't really on that.
Yeah.
When I was watching that, I was like, damn, like, when I look at you now, I look at you as an OG. I look at you as one of those people, like your work ethic is next level. You know what I'm saying? You have your own staff, your own team. Not a lot of dudes invest in that. Like, there's only a couple dudes that do that. Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. In basketball, you got LeBron James. You got others. But the stories that's noted, There's guys, it's like, yo, I'm gonna go here's my chiropractor on my team, work with me full time, my chef, you know, my trainer, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So when I'm watching this, I'm like, damn, like Trent, he next level, he got his own team. But then, you know, when I'm looking at the film and you being vulnerable, you're like, yo, AP was the ones like, yo, I'm on this. A lot of your work ethic and how you think today, how you train, how you take care of yourself, does a lot of that come from Adrian Peterson?
Yeah, 100%. My dad had a lot to do with my toughness and being able to persevere through, you know, adversity. But when it comes to learning how to be a professional and how to optimize your body to go into camp at the best shape in your life, I learned all of that from Adrian Peterson and then his trainer, James Cooper, who we still train together to this day.
So take this time right now, because I feel like there's a lot of basketball players, football players, soccer players. Ocho got dudes playing soccer in Europe, the Premier League, watching our show too. You know, and there's a lot of young dudes, a lot of old dudes, a lot of vets. But talk to us about like the process. How do you take care of yourself? What are you doing right now? How you thinking? What's next?
To be honest with you, you know, I keep, you know, the chef, I'm a trainer, you know, I do that, but I ain't gonna lie, when it comes to doing body maintenance, like, you know, massages, like that, I don't do none of that. I probably got maybe 3 massages my whole career, my whole
You
NFL
know your
career.
body type of guy.
Yeah,
You only got 3 massages?
if that.
Don't start.
10
Don't
before.
start, because I ain't start till
No.
I ain't start
Okay,
till
don't. Whatever he say, don't listen.
I got a theory behind it.
All right,
man.
go.
You know
Let me
once
hear
you
your theory.
start-
What's your theory?
I mean,
I'm going there. I'm going to
I
start.
feel like the human body is probably one of the, you know,
Here you go
the
with
single,
that
the
smart
single
stuff.
greatest,
Here
the
you
single
go.
greatest.
You gotta
thing.
feel like that.
He's
He went through a
smart.
lot of
He from
like,
East Texas, bro. Don't
Talk
forget
your
where you come from, bro.
Yeah, that's how we
He's talking about the
is.
human
Yeah.
body.
Bro, we got
He's
East Texas.
the human body.
Let's hear it. The human body. Look at it.
I'm just saying that's one of the best, one of the better creations that we know. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to that, I just feel like, as far as a masseuse, they go in and break up scar tissue, so to speak. And I feel like if it's like pulling the scab off your skin, you can keep pulling the scab off, you're gonna keep bleeding, it take longer to heal.
See?
So I feel like if I
makes
got
so
a
much
little
sense.
tear,
Hey,
and my
that
body already sent it there to fix it, I'm not gonna have somebody else come in, break it up, and fix it on their own time. I feel like the human body is repairing itself.
Trent, I love you.
All the people I seen, listen, this is from a case
This
study.
is what worked
ain't
for
just
him, too.
What case
all the
study?
people,
What
all the
case?
people.
Trent Williams, Silverback, Trent case study?
From my 12 years in the league.
Thank you. Thank
So,
you.
I just got my
take
own
all
theory.
that back. I take
just
it
got
all
my-
back.
I got
Hey,
my own
no,
theory.
case study, East Texas, Longview High School.
Longview. Yeah.
You got a chef.
No way.
You got a chef, right?
Yeah, you got a chef.
Wait a minute.
But when he ain't cooking, I'm eating McDonald's.
I'm glad everyone don't eat McDonald's.
I'm gonna just put it out. Hey,
Thank you.
I'm
Look,
Hey,
I'm done with
I'm
you.
just saying, B. We all. It's more than one way to skin the cat.
Thank
man.
you.
Look, y'all
You know,
just
we all
let
ain't
3
gotta
to
do
4
everything the
months
same.
go by before y'all decide to partner and buy franchises together. That shit went
Go.
too
That's what I'm
smooth.
talking
Yeah.
about, man.
Yeah.
Y'all
For
let
real,
some
though.
time. Let the viewers forget what
Yeah.
just happened here.
Yeah.
That was.
Listen, the people at home, everybody, regular people, sports, they need to hear it from somebody else other than me.
Yeah.
That all that maintenance is a money grab, and it's okay if you know your body.
Right.
The best in the fucking game, and eat fucking McDonald's.
He's a balance. He got a chef. He got a chiropractor
What did he
on
just
staff.
tell you?
James Cooper's on
He
his
had
staff.
3 massages in 3 years. You get a massage every day.
Here it is.
Every 3 days. Every 3
Here it
days.
is. Here it is.
I didn't feel good to hear that from one of the best.
Here's what it is.
No, go ahead. Go.
No. Here's what
Y'all
it is.
tripping.
I
Y'all tripping.
wait, I
Y'all
agree.
tripping.
Here
Go.
it is. I agree with you 3.
What?
Chill, damn, bro. I said when I said I agree with you 3. But when you fully commit and submit, and you jump on that other train, and you see how you feel after a chiropractor, after eating right, and after doing all these things, it makes you realize that you were off the whole time. So you can Ocho can stay Ocho.
That's not true though. That's because that's what you know.
When I went to a chiropractor,
That's not true, bro.
When I went to a chiropractor, I had the same injury for my first 5-6 years. After I went, he adjusted. I said, damn, That's how they feel when it's adjusted. After a game, I hit somebody, I go, say, oh, my third rib is off. Now I fucking know I'm knowledgeable about the whole situation. Before,
You feel it.
It was just like a little football pain I was fighting through. But once I got right and I got fully centered and I understood what it felt like, I'll say it was a drug for me. Like I couldn't not feel that way.
Right.
I had to be fully.
Did you have to pay for it?
Hell yeah.
Stop.
Like you said, listen, I wish I would have kept eating candy in McDonald's.
Well, I'll say this. I mean, like I said, body maintenance. Like I ain't just doing it just to do it. Like if I have an injury or acute injury, then I do everything I need to do to get back to normal.
Right.
But I'm saying like just calling up a masseuse just to break up my scar tissue. Nah, I think I need my scar tissue.
So what's the secret then? 9 Pro Bowls. What's the secret?
The secret is it's in them. It's in them. You can't teach it.
No, but I work.
Some people got it, some people
Some
don't.
people got it, some people don't.
I ain't got it. I ain't got it. So what about me? Because I'm sitting here with some legends. All y'all legends.
You can't eat like we can eat.
So what's the? So
That's
what about
on
them?
you.
Let's talk to them.
So you got to
Let's
go
talk
ahead
to
and
the 80%
diet.
of Americans that's overweight.
Why are they overweight?
You ain't got it. That's what you tell them. Look, 80%. You ain't got it.
80% of America that's lazy.
Like us, that work out every day.
Every day.
We can go and eat whatever we want to eat.
I bust my ass now. Like I'm gonna work.
Yeah, I know you
So I
work.
mean, it kind of balance out, So if I have an injury, I done put so much work into every other part of my body that it can overcompensate. I can play through that.
See?
You know what I'm saying?
Listen to him. It's the best in the game talking to you.
He is the best.
It ain't just me.
PFF
You thought it was
rated him
something
the
wrong with
best
me.
in
Ain't
the
nothing wrong
game.
with me. That's what the greats do. That's why he was always hurt, because you eat them fucking plants in the fucking pocket. I'm just saying.
Stop, bro. Stop.
No, I'm just telling the truth. Like we play a bare barge sport. He in the trenches. You in the trenches, but you eat
You
broccoli.
gotta go. How you gonna play? How many more years you gonna play?
5.
How many more years you wanna
You
play?
can't play no more. Hey, man, you don't put no limit on it, man.
Right.
Don't put. Hey, hold on.
right.
What,
You're
bro?
right.
Don't put no limit on
I'm
greatness.
going
You
till I
hear me,
can't,
man?
man.
Listen here. Let me tell you something.
What's the
They'll
record?
tell you this too. Hold on.
What's the record?
Hey, man. You know how long you can play in this game till you want to stop. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
Whitworth 40 years old.
Yeah,
So I
right,
mean you got 7 more years, bro.
Yeah.
He can play after that.
But the other thing, you know when a heavyweight is done? You know when a heavyweight is done? A heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson done. You know when he done?
Nah, when?
When they get sophisticated. Ooh, let that marinate. Let that sizzle in your shit.
Yeah, I'm a lineman. You gotta be sophisticated.
What I'm saying is, what happened is when we get money, and when you make $60 million in a year, okay, here we don't talk about that. I've been throwing out there. Yeah, we start reading books and all that. Like you lose it.
What you say? You lose the interest of what?
You lose
Bro,
the edge.
yeah, cause Trent right now, Trent doing big deals in real estate. He got performance facilities, athletic co. He got jet. Y'all don't know he got a jet company. Y'all want to fly private? So talk to me about entrepreneurship. Talk to me about business. Like how'd you get into real estate? I love that part of the film and your story. Even flying private.
My cheap ass ain't flying.
Have you ever booked a private plane?
Never will, no sir.
Have you ever? I know you flew
Never in your life.
Now you know that. Come on, hell.
Let's start here.
How much is it? You got private jets?
He owned the
he
jet.
owned
it.
He owned.
What if got money? He got money. Hey, let me ask something. I don't mean to be rude. I don't mean to be in your business. For
Nah,
the
you
people
good,
at
you
home,
good, you good.
I see rappers. I see people flying private. It's an image. I think it's nice. To
Yes,
be able
right.
to do so. Just give me some numbers. Let's say, Trent, boy, I got a deal. I need to fly from here to, let's say, New York.
Mm-hmm.
What's the numbers looking like? One way, just one way. What's the numbers for me?
It all depends. It depends on if you got to send the plane back, like if it's last minute and the plane don't have a trip coming back. So you, as a customer, you incur some of that cost.
Okay, give me the best case scenario that's the cheapest for me.
So like if you, for you,
For us.
for y'all, I wouldn't make $1. I'd do it at cost.
All right,
so
so hold on.
What's cost?
So cost is it'll be like How far is New York? What, 2
It's
hours?
gonna cost $25,000.
No.
I know it because I fly private pack, and you know it because you fly private.
I know, but
sometimes.
that is not at cost.
That is at cost.
No, it ain't.
No, it's not.
No, it ain't.
25 is more.
Hell yeah,
less.
Brandon.
It's
Wait.
yeah.
You get
It costs, that means he gonna make us pay for the pilot and the gas.
Exactly.
And that costs that.
what's my number?
Nah. How long is New York? What, 3 hours?
2 hours,
It's 3 hours. 3 hours.
3 hours? Yeah, probably like 9, between 9 and 12,000.
But you're paying for
You're paying for the fuel and the
You're
pilot.
paying for the fuel and docking fees. If you fly into Teterboro, that's a little extra than flying into Morristown.
Yeah, but it's just a little bit. It ain't nothing. Like, when you talking about 1,000, it ain't even gonna hit the rate.
I can go to New York.
But you can't do this
Spirit
right here. I
Airlines.
bet you can't
Wait,
do
wait,
this.
wait.
You got a pilot?
Yeah.
Pull your phone out. I bet you can't do this. See, this is what you can't do. You can go to New York. You gonna get your right there like how we all go. You can't do this. Call your pilot. Tell him. Can you call your pilot?
Let me call my pilot. When he
Call
call him,
Delta.
call mine. And watch how fast we get to the same destination.
Quite sure you flying back private, right?
Yeah,
All right,
of
so let's
course.
call him and let's see how we want to hear how our conversation go.
What you want me to? He already know the plan. What you want me to say?
I just asked him the plans.
Just make sure it's still on.
Yeah.
7:35 dot, right? Yeah.
Yeah, let me call my pilot. Let me text my pilot.
Text or you call him?
Nah, I'm gonna wait till he finish.
All right, go.
Expedia. Go to Expedia.
I'm gonna show you how to save some money right here. Come
Hey,
on.
Dan. I'm on the set, man. So watch your mouth. But everything good for tomorrow for the plane, right?
I don't know about everything for tomorrow. Danny is flying, and he needs to assign the crew. So it's either fly you out tomorrow night or fly you out on Friday.
Yeah, but we good.
Tell him you got 2 more.
They just want me.
Tell him you got 2 more.
Well, say it again.
Tell him you got 2 more.
We got 2 more. That don't matter. We good.
Can I call my pilot?
Call yours. Call it.
We can take out the 14. We straight.
You thought you would ever have a G4?
Nah, I didn't.
That's crazy.
He said 9, right? How much that
Appreciate,
was?
appreciate that, Dan. I'll call you later.
How much that was? That's about 9 for a trip.
You said 9 to 12.
9 to 12,000?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me call my pilot.
We already there.
But he own it, so he making dough too.
Y'all ain't.
Hold on, he gonna
a-
call.
it's
He's
a
calling his
catch
pilot,
to
and then
it,
we
you
gonna
know
come
what
back. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah, my pilot must be in the air. my pilot might be in flight.
Yeah, bro. Hey, when you drop,
Ain't no Wi-Fi over the Everglades.
It ain't, huh?
Ain't no Wi-Fi. You know ain't no Wi-Fi.
Over the Everglades.
Here we heard that. All right, Dan. Get the crew together.
Yes, baby.
Hey, you my pilot, right? So do me a favor, right? Where your computer?
Baby, I got to go.
Oh, what you doing?
I got to go to media night.
Okay, hold on. Do me a favor real quick. Hey, look on Spirit Airlines, see how much an exit row to New York real quick.
Extra row.
Run secret.
No, just see the price, how much it is.
After you have to pay for everything, it's probably gonna be like $300.
That's it? Oh, so, man, Trent in here trying to get me to fly to New York on a private jet for like $9 grand. What you think?
Oh no, we can do
Yeah, okay. All right.
You can fly Delta and we still have a lot of money.
All right, I know. I'm gonna teach Trent about financial literacy. I got one of my books in the car. I'm gonna give it to him when we leave here.
Yeah, make sure you take care of them, baby.
All right, I got him.
All right, but let me put you on
That's
game
my
though.
pilot.
Let me put you on game. Ooh. I didn't get the jet just to have a jet. You know what I'm saying? If you look, there's a tax bill that's a heavy machinery tax bill. So if you have anything over 6,000 pounds, the value of that they give you back. Once you depreciate it 100% the first year, they give you back 40% of that jet. So if you bought a $10 million jet, you're gonna get back $4 million on your next tax returns. So the way I did it, my jet was a little over $3 million.
Well, you got money.
So no, listen.
Money.
Listen, all I did was put part of the signing bonus in an account, in a brokerage account. So they growing it for me, and then I borrowed 50% of that for 1% on an interest only line of credit.
You see, you going too fast, Trent. Trent, you going too fast, Trent. You going too
You
fast.
going too fast for him. Go ahead.
So I pay $30,000, a little bit over $30,000 a year just in interest only, and then I get back about 1.3 on my taxes. So I paid 30 grand to make 1.2.
Playing chess, not check. Chess, not check.
I'm used to my old lineman saying 55 to Mike.
Yeah, 55
to Mike.
55 to Mike.
55 to Mike.
Omaha.
55 to Mike. Watch the X. Watch the tell. That's what I mean. 55 to Mike. This motherfucker talking about appreciating value and you put it in.
I told y'all he's
put
smart.
it in escrow and I hold it there. Boy.
Like, you know how fucking dope this
crazy.
is on this episode. I want people to see a different side.
That shit raw.
Right.
That's a left tackle.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts.
Man, that's so fucking raw, man.
I took a note when I was watching. One of my notes was, how important is it to shadow and learn business before you jump right in?
Oh, it's extremely important. I studied real estate for about almost 3 years, 2.5, 3 years before I made any purchase, you know. So what got me onto that is that I studied it. I said, hey, houses appreciate faster when they're around good schools. Googled the best school zone in Houston, was outside of Houston in Katy. Went out to Katy, found two neighborhood home divisions in that school district. And then I just bought as many homes they let me buy. So one of them let me buy 4, and one of them let me buy 5. Well, they let me buy 4, but I put one in my agent name because it was already ready to go. And we built these from the ground up. And since I bought them in bulk, I got them at the bare bone price. Right. So I got these houses at $189, and I mean, not even a month later, they was at $215. Then now we just sold one for $280.
Also, talk to me about, like, there was one point where I heard you say, you was like, yo, I got 2 developments going at the same time, like from the ground up.
Yeah.
They're within 3 miles of each other. So the same team is working on both. So now my labor cost is cut. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, those we literally we're going under contract as we speak. So, you know, that's something that we're gonna celebrate later. But
you can't speak on that?
Yeah, I can speak on it.
Well, speak on it. You talking about celebrate? What we celebrating?
I mean, so, you know, I put about a little over $5 million into it, and you know, I think I'm supposed to see like 12 to 13 back.
You gonna celebrate? We going to Tootsie's. Let's go.
Tootsie's.
He know Tootsie's. I know you know Tootsie's.
Huh? Hey, let's reality. For the people that watch, we talking about your wins, but there got to be losses as well.
For sure.
There got to be chances that you take in business and entrepreneurship, so people at home don't think, oh, everything is glitz and glamour. Please address also the losses that you've taken as well, not in depth with it, but just let them know there's a chance in everything that you do.
Yeah, for sure. But I think what made me gravitate towards real estate is that it's black and white. Like, nobody can cheat you out of this, what you see right here standing in front of you. You know what I'm saying? So there is no snakes hiding in the grass with real estate. And I've taken a lot of losses in other business. You trust in the wrong people, and we all have. You know, that's part of being a young man with money, and you're trying to, everybody tell you, you know, you got to make money off the field, sustain a life, you need a plan B. So us, as early as 21, 22, we already out here trying to look at a business plan, and we don't know, you know, shit from sugar.
Facts.
You know, so we take a lot of losses. That's why I always tell kids in the locker room or young fellas just to be patient. Right. You know, it ain't going nowhere. But I think for me, that's what drew me towards real estate, because I really didn't take a loss. You know, my first, like I said, I bought those houses and I forgot about them. They finished building them in, I want to say September.
Right.
I was during the season, I didn't even think nothing about them. And I get back in, January, and I got a check for like 40 grand. And it ain't really nothing, but it's like,
it's a lot when you done playing ball.
Mailbox money, guys. It's called mailbox.
That's right.
It comes every month.
But also we need to talk to the dudes that's watching. It's a lot for those dudes that's retired, right? Like, I was talking to a Pro Bowler right now. He's like, I don't want to go to the Pro Bowl. I want to do these Super Bowl deals. You know, he made $200,000. He said, it ain't worth my time no more. We talking about 2 days, a couple hours. And I said, young man, I said, do that right now. I said, what you do, my exact words, bro, I'm not into real estate. I said, what you do is go do that, make that $200,000, put it into real estate, and I'm telling you, when you're done playing ball, you're gonna be like, I'm glad I did it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta think bigger than what, you know, we think, oh, I'm making 10 million, I'm making 15, I'm making 20 million a year. That 40,000, 50,000 don't mean nothing. That means a lot when you don't retire because that 20, you ain't getting 20 million a year. What you're getting is you're getting 5-6% of that 20 million a year. So that is your lifestyle. That dictates how you move. Yep. If you're making 20, you take 20 million. If you got 20 million in your portfolio, and you get 5-6%, that dictates your lifestyle. How much you're paying in your housing, your travel.
Yeah, everything. I would say maybe his class and the younger guys, they have a way bigger advantage than we had. You know what I mean? So, like the marketing and all the video,
social media,
the Twitch.
Well, you know, it ain't a lot of marketing for old linemen, so you know, I've got to get mine through the mud, you know, with investments and stuff like that.
Your marketing is being the best at what you do.
Yeah, but
that's your sales pitch. Yeah, and then you don't have to say nothing.
All right, I got 4 names for you to end the show.
All
right, you ready?
Yeah.
First reaction, RG3.
Oh, I mean, RG3, man. He led us to the playoffs. My first playoff game came off his back, so
that's it.
I ain't got nothing bad to say about him.
Okay.
That's my dog, man.
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk, I like Kirk, man. I think Kirk get a lot of bad flack, you know, but when you look at him, when you watch silent film and you look at the silent tape without the announcers in the crowd, I mean, Kirk makes play after play, he makes incredible throws. So I think he deserves where he's at. You know, I don't understand the hate.
Listen to what I'm about to say.
I got you.
Shanahan.
All of them? Both of them?
With me. Listen to me. Linda Shanahan. Because you got Mike Shanahan, you got Kyle Shanahan. I had Mike Shanahan.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah. I mean, I love that whole family. The whole family tree from Mike, you know, to his wife, to Kyle, his wife, the kids, the whole nine, man. They're you know, I can't say enough about them. They stood beside me, you know, through thick and thin. They seen me in my troubles. He came and rescued me. You know what I'm saying? When a lot of people didn't see what I had, you know, a lot of people didn't have me going where I went, and they seen something in me, and they took a chance, selected me number 4. You know, when nobody had me going that high. So I got a lot of appreciation for that.
I like that. I'm sure you have a lot of love for the Shanahan family, but wait until you meet the Brown and Blackburns. Because that's what life is about. Life is about me.
Hey, they had their shot last year. I was free as a bird, man. Nobody give me no call, so, you know. I guess that little birdie wasn't chirping last year.
Well, now, we ain't missed the rodeo. We gonna get that over there now.
It's over, bro.
Nah, they gonna see this. Trust me.
He got 5 years left. They got to trade for him. So y'all gonna give up a first rounder?
We'll do that.
Y'all gonna do that?
We'll do that. What do we need right now? We stacked across the board.
As long as we ain't got to give away our receivers and running backs and quarterback, we'll give everything else up.
So you give up a first rounder, and you gonna pay him,
We $43 million under the cap.
Okay, all right, we gonna get it done. You cool with that?
No, he ain't cool.
He can't say it. He can't.
You good?
Yeah, I'm good. I love, like I said, I love the Shanahan, love the York family. You know what I'm saying? I love all of them, man. I got one more though. We locked in.
When I say this, what comes up, right? Like, really think. I'm going deep now, but it ain't really deep.
I got you.
All right, it's 3 people. Their names begin with M, triple M. What comes up?
My kids.
Talk to me.
My daughters, yeah. All 3 of them, Micah, Michaela, Marley. You know, that was the light at the end of the tunnel when it was dark, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's my world. That's what I live for. That's all this grinding in the gym, after hours, you know, walking construction sites. I do it all with them in mind.
Let me talk about one other person, you know, Vincent.
Vincent, that's my dog, man. Vince, man, damn near 13 years ago now. I mean, he, you know, not only did he, you know, come and win at a time we was in college, you know, and confused, a lot of stuff going on, know what agent to choose, you know, and then here come Vince. Actually grew up from the same turf, you know, had good relationship with my father. You know, my father looked out for him a lot. And it just felt right. It felt right. And, you know, one of the things that let me know, you know, that he was different is just when I had my first child, you know, he was there at the hospital down there before me. You know, it was dropping flowers off, you know, just because it wasn't about football at that point. It was about understanding your transition into a father. I'm here to support you. So it was just from that day on, the loyalty, and, you know, I can tell him, I can call him, I can tell him anything under the sun, you know, and I know that's going to be between us and that he'll give me the best information that my ears can hear. So, you know, Vince is one of he's a godsend, and, you know, I definitely wouldn't be sitting with y'all without him. So, yeah, that's a lot of love there.
Smart, handsome, smooth.
Good looking nigga too, ain't
Why don't O-linemen get more attention, more deals? Because that's what you saying. You saying
I did say that. I tweeted that the other day. Oh, I tweeted about you. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I seen that. I
tweeted about him and Quentin Nelson.
Yeah.
Right.
So did. What they need to be featured more, and I think obviously many of them don't have outgoing personalities. They don't talk enough. They should, I think they should trade. I think next year in Cincinnati, you should talk trash to the DNs you're gonna see throughout the week.
Make a list like how Chad do.
Yeah, make a list of all the DNs.
I'm saying that's what it's about right now, though, bro.
That's something that's never been done before.
Yeah, but for us, in this world we live in today, if I go out here boasting and bragging prior to the game, but you know, the position we play, it ain't about one play. I gotta play 60 plays consistently, every play, because I can put you on your back 5 times in a row.
And at one time you lose,
and you get by me in strip sack, go the other way, touchdown. No matter how good my PFF grade is, the fans gonna look at me as the scapegoat. Like,
that's
man, you bullshit.
Right.
You know, so offensive linemen, we just we cultured a different way. You can't have success. I don't say nothing. Like, if you don't talk to me, I don't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I know that my job ain't done after one play. My job is done when the whistle blow and we up on the scoreboard. You know what I'm saying?
Trent, that has nothing to do with your position. That has everything to do with greatness.
I appreciate it, man.
And y'all can push back if you did it.
I talked the whole time.
Yeah, he did.
But there's only a handful of dudes that can talk trash and back it up.
He can talk trash and back it up too. He just choose not to because of the position he plays. It's frowned upon.
If he talk trash, but they give up 7 sacks, they gonna talk about him.
It's different.
He ain't giving up 7
O-linemen
sacks.
are one, bro.
Yeah.
They're not individual.
If they won, why everybody ain't making the same amount of money?
That's one position. That is a one.
I only made one All-Pro my whole career. It's not because I'm not an All-Pro caliber player. It's because the teams I was on, we wasn't that good. So I never got, you know, personal recognition. Yeah.
You're gonna get it today. Hey, Trent motherfucking Williams, bitch. That's it. Omar, you heard it first, so you could jump ahead of the rest of the media. Trent Williams to the Bengals.
Hey, break the news.
Go break it.
We had to fight to get a meal. Yeah, wrongfully accused. We had to fight to get appeals. That's why we right to get a deal. He on the team, he gotta eat, you know. Despite your skills, keep it riding for the fam. You gotta light the wheels straight up. But in the past bad, work up in the trash bag. I'll pass a lot to take the test before I pass class. Yeah, and my family needed bread. I had to come correct. That's why I keep airing it out like I just passed gas.